Hi, this is John. When you do it, in this video I'm going to show you how I finish an oak threshold. I'd like you to first hit that subscribe button. It's real easy. Just hit that button down there and give that video a like. Alright, so what I just did here was I finished the surface, got rid of any stains, made it a little bit smoother. This is, let's see what grit this is. This is 220 grit that I'm using. And so it got a real nice smooth finish on it, and now I'm going to apply the linseed oil. These parts, they're painting pyramids. Okay, so these are painting pyramids. Place them under the part, this wood that I'm finishing. That way I don't have to worry about the wood touching the surface. Okay, so I'm going to do the underneath first. And you want to do the coating on both sides because you want to seal it. That's the whole point of this. Seal it, and then you can coat it with something else. I'm going to use paste wax. I have some latex gloves here for protection, because otherwise I got to clean off my hands with turpentine or mineral spirits. Don't want to get into all that if I can avoid it. To allow me to pour this on here. Okay, so I'm applying the linseed oil to the entire surface, and this will seal the wood. After about 15 minutes I can apply the next coat. Now I'm going to flip this guy over. Okay, so this is a 3D printing helps my workshop. Trying to make sure I work it in on the side. Gravity helps with the top, but not so much on the sides. Make sure I get the end green, seal that up. Alright, I gotta remember that rag, because that rag can catch fire, just spontaneously combust. That's the way linseed oil works. Alright, so I have polyurethane. I'm gonna apply it with a brush, Minwax, and I'm gonna use the Minwax brush. There are screw holes that are countersunk. Those screw holes were placed by using a device that I 3D printed. It was a jig that I designed in Fusion 360, and in that jig I used I measured the width of the board, and I used that exact spot to place a center hole on this jig. And all I did was use that jig together with a speed square, and I was able to pick places along the threshold to countersink screws. I started with the bottom side first and covered that in the boiled linseed oil. Then I flipped it over and continued. Now the time between boiled linseed oil and coating with polyurethane, I think I waited a couple weeks before I coated it with polyurethane. And then I waited an additional couple of weeks after coating the oak threshold with polyurethane before I even put it to use. I have several screw holes across the length of the board to secure it to the subfloor, and it went down very nicely. It has been over 4 months now. This was installed in April, and it's now near the end of August, and we have great success with this threshold. I do not notice any scuff marks or anything on the threshold that you would think that would wear it out. The polyurethane is really holding up well. The polyurethane is Minwax. You'll see the model number in the video of the product that I use. I just want to make sure I have a good coat on here, and then we'll let this sit, and I'll sand it a little bit after it cures, and then we'll hit it again with another coat. This is satin finish, so you should notice just a slight gloss, not too much, and this will help protect the finish. That polyurethane is something that I purchased back around 1998, somewhere around there. So that it took, I didn't have to add anything to it, but it took a lot to stir that can up, because there was a lot of chunks of polyurethane, whatever substance is in there that came out. It started solidifying, but it just took a little bit of effort to mix it up to get it so that I could apply it nicely. So this is John When You Do It. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs down. Most importantly, leave a comment, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. That'll really help me out.